Hi, this is Albina, and today I will be sharing with you yet another gem that will help you create a love-filled, thriving, intimate relationship. And of course, it has to do with communication. How do we communicate in such a way that helps us cultivate deep understanding, support, and connection with each other? Men and women communicate differently, and in 13 and a half years of being happily married, I learned precisely how I need to communicate with my husband in such a way that we are on the same page. Ladies, listen up. In order to create and cultivate a thriving relationship, you need to learn to communicate with your man clearly. And that means three things. Tell him precisely what you want. Tell him how you want it, and tell him when you want it. And to illustrate this point, I'll share with you a story from my relationship, from my marriage. So one time when I was newly pregnant with our first child, I was really low on energy. I was tired all the time, and most of the time I slept or I laid in bed, and I must confess I watched a lot of trash TV. I watched Law and Order. And that was way before Netflix. And that meant that I watched regular TV that had a lot of commercials. One of those commercials caught my eye, and that was a Hamburger Helper commercial. And because I was newly pregnant and my hormones were going out of whack, I craved Hamburger Helper like crazy. Now, mind you, this is not something that I normally eat. So I went to the store, I bought all the ingredients, and I sent my husband an email from work, and I said, honey, can you please make Hamburger Helper dinner for me tonight when I get home from work? Herein lies one of the most important and the biggest lessons of my marriage. What I meant was, make me Hamburger Helper when I come home from work. What I meant is 5:30 when I show up at home, I want that Hamburger Helper ready to eat. The way he understood it is he could go to the gym, work out for 2.5, 3 hours, then come home and make Hamburger Helper. So he shows up home around 7:30 or 8 o'clock, eager to prepare dinner for me. By that point, I had already prepared my own Hamburger Helper. I ate it, and I was livid. I asked him to do one thing, and he didn't do it. Does this sound familiar? That night, we had one of the biggest fights of our married life. To this day, we refer to that incident as a Hamburger Helper incident. And the biggest learning from that Hamburger Helper incident was that I needed to communicate with my husband clearly, and that meant three things. I need to tell him exactly what I want, tell him how I want it, and tell him when I want it. I hope you find this video helpful. And remember, you have the power to create and cultivate a love-filled, thriving, intimate relationship.